Hello everybody, here's my review for season 11 of The Walking Dead, the final season. This is episode 5, and I'm sorry this one's a little bit late. I've been trying to get them out basically as soon as I've watched them, but I managed to watch it as soon as I had it available, and then I pretty much was rushed away to do a load of things back where I used to live, so it's a bit like of a holiday and a load of other stuff, so I apologise for the lateness of this one. It is just going to be a really quick review, which is unfortunate because this episode is actually my favourite of season 11, which is a big deal. I mean, all of the episodes have been pretty much escalating in greatness, so it kind of makes sense. I mean, episode 4 was good, but maybe not like the best out of them, but 5 is definitely an improvement on the first 4. Yeah, so Aaron, I'm a big fan of Aaron, and the opening sequence of this was just amazing. This season, in particular, has been really going for it with the opening sequences. Obviously, in the first episode, we got the sleeping walkers and all of that, and then we had the Reaper attack in one of them, which was pretty just insane. And then we had the Leah reveal. And then in this one, oh man, it was amazing. And I remember seeing it in the trailer, like a quick scene of Aaron and Gracie just walking through the woods. And I remember thinking, wait a minute, what? Just them two on their own? What are they doing out there? But obviously it was a dream sequence, which I'm quite a big fan of when they're done right. And this one was done right. I didn't expect to ever see the wolves again, and they found a way to put them in, which was great. So yeah, he comes across a wolf, a human wolf, some saviors, of course, which, you know, aren't too far back, and whisperers even more recently, which kind of sets up the actual whisperers being in the episode later, which I also thought was amazing. Yeah, and Aaron gets like absolutely shanked to death, which was pretty hard to watch, even though, you know, I think probably everyone gathered that it was a dream sequence at that point, you know, but it was still pretty hard to watch, and I don't want to see that happen, like, to him, actually, in real life, in his waking life. But yeah, beautiful sequence, and it set the tone for the rest of the episode, because it was pretty much Aaron just really stressing out. It also had a bit of Maze at the end, who obviously was dispatched by Father G. And I think Aaron is kind of, he's having a bit of an issue because he's seeing a lot of people go pretty savage, and he doesn't really want to turn out himself like that. But in this episode, he kind of goes there for like a little bit. So yeah, I'm skipping a little bit forward, but on that note, Carol is the perfect one to drag him back. Says that it's a path that he doesn't want to go down. You know, the whole revenge and the just anger fueling every decision instead of, you know, logic and everything, which I think is good. And I think Aaron was able to look at himself and think, okay, yeah, I don't want to be like this. This is kind of what I'm fighting against. And I just love the fact that the Whisperers were actually physically in this episode, because I really wanted, and I know a lot of other people have said about this, they really wanted there to be a few leftover Whisperers from the war, which, you know, makes sense. Just because the war is over and, you know, that storyline is basically over, it's a little bit unrealistic to never come across, like, remnants of these factions. I mean, you know, after the all-out war, the Saviour War, we knew what was going on with the Saviours. They were still in the story. So for the Whisperers just to kind of disappear and be like, oh, all right, they're done now because the war's over, so obviously they're done. It was just great to see, you know, a little group of them, and they weren't very whispery. They were just kind of normal people, and they explained that, you know, Alpha and Beta, they weren't like them, which, you know, it'd be hard to be anything really like them at all. So Aaron goes pretty dark, and performs a little bit of torture, which, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of torture going on in this season, which is, you know, interesting. What else we got? We've also got the little Judith storyline, which, you know, I think Judith is amazing. It's great that she's getting a little bit more more time spent on her character, but, you know, the rest of the kids, teenagers, or whatever age group they were, you know, I suppose they didn't do that bad. It's just when kids are doing the acting thing, it's a little bit... Not Judith, you know, she's great. But yeah, and then also Jeffrey Dean Morgan's son, that's Negan's son, the guy that plays Negan's son, was the walker that was like they were torturing, which is just stupid. I know they're like children, but fucking hell. Like walkers poking his head through the wall and they're messing around with it. I mean, just get bitten already. I love that Judith showed off her kind of inner psycho with like the sword to the neck. I would have been okay if she just beheaded him. You know, you don't need any of that bullshit in the apocalypse. It's already bad enough. But yeah, that was great. And then the really touching moment with the Carl and her's handprint that gets broken. I love the callback, obviously, to Carl, and then inevitably Rick as well, and she's feeling a little bit abandoned, which, yeah, I mean, Michonne basically abandoned her. Rick, you know, you can kind of give him a pass. Carl, he didn't have much of a choice. He died. But yeah, Michonne, like, I understand, but I think they did that storyline of how she left the best that they could physically do, because unless they wanted to kill her off, it's not that believable, because no matter what, you'd probably want to stay with, I mean, not just Judith, but RJ as well, her children. But, you know, you just got to forgive them, because, you know, it's not their fault that she wanted to leave, and they just didn't want to kill the character of Michonne off, which I think is, you know, probably a good thing. Be a pretty big bummer if Rick was to finally return and then find out that Michonne is dead. And then Rosita gives Judith a little pep talk, and it's quite emotional. And I mean, they kind of just seem to pick Rosita because a lot of people were complaining that she wasn't in the last season enough. I like her character, and I'm glad that she is like more present in the episodes. And what she had to say was pretty good, pretty well scripted. And of course, we know that she has been thinking about Abraham, who obviously is a loved one that left her one way or the other. So there's some kind of relation there. Just quite cool. It's just cool to see a bit of Rosita, you know. So the Whisperer's been in. It was great. Of course, there was the Maggie and Negan conflict, which is kind of just the same thing building up. They do have a little bit, I mean, it's not exactly a fight, but it kind of comes to a head. And some people are saying that there's like this, I guess, sexual tension between them, which is like, no, I don't think it's sexual tension. There's definitely tension there. She's obviously not really putting up much of a fight with how she was hitting him and stuff, but I think that's more that tension and inner struggle within herself, because she really wants to fucking kill him, and there's a part of her that really doesn't want to either. So it's that struggle, you know. It's not, imagine, that's just, Glenn would not be happy, guys. So if there's anyone out there that really wants that to happen, stop, because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I know that, like, hate and love, there's like there's a fine line, but let's not cross it in this TV show. If Maggie is going to find love in the future, let's not have it with Negan, because it's just fucked up. That's fucked up, man. So enough of that. No one ever speak of it again. Their scenes were great. Obviously, I love the characters, but it didn't focus on them too much. I really felt like this is like my favourite episode just because they had so much in it. Because with the Whisperer thing, I kind of thought, oh no, they're probably going to forget about the Whisperers. We're not going to see any other Whisperers because it's just extra stuff that they'd have to put in. And, you know, Angela Kang, she does like to speed through it. It's pretty fast-paced stuff. And there's a lot going on. Like, it's not filler or anything. They're like really speeding through, and it's great. So to see that the Whisperers were in it was just such a surprise, and just, yeah, great. I loved it. I loved it. So let me know what you guys think. Obviously, there's a few details. Oh, right, I've got to bring up the fact that the Whisperer, because they didn't obviously kill him, so Aaron didn't go too far and kill him, the Whisperer gave up the information that he saw one of their people escape the caves, which obviously was Connie, which is crazy because she's been gone now, well, for what at least seems like ages. You know, she wasn't in the bonus episodes or anything. This is the 5th episode now. We're going to hopefully see her in the 6th episode. I mean, we are going to see her in the 6th episode, it's quite obvious. But their reaction to hearing that news, and obviously the fact that they got that news in the first place, instead of just going too far and killing the Whisperer, it was pretty cool. I didn't expect it to be like that. And now, so we know that they're imminently going to find her. I mean, hopefully. Hopefully, the next episode looks really, really cool. It's got like pretty horror-filled vibes, which, you know, it's The Walking Dead, but they do sometimes kind of shy away from the horror. It's more of a drama-based thing, but I'm really excited for the next episode. We are finally going to see Connie. I mean, I know we saw her in the finale, like the actual finale, not the bonus episodes finale. What is going on? What is going on? Is Virgil an actual good guy now? Or is he going to slip back into being like that psycho drug person? The dragger guy? I don't know, but I'm really excited to see it. I'm excited to see if Kelly, because I'm guessing it's going to be Kelly finds her. Who knows? Who knows? But the excitement is there. There's been a few episodes in the past where I've just kind of been like, oh, okay, you know, it's The Walking Dead, so obviously I'm going to watch it. But there's not that, like, drive to watch it literally the second you see the trailer, which for me, all of these trailers, I've been like, yeah, come on. Even the Daryl only episode, I was pretty excited for. So let me know, guys, what you think of the series so far. We're 5 episodes in. I'm going to be watching the 6th episode tonight in, like, about an hour. And I will be reviewing that straight away. So, yeah, just let me know how it's going. We've got, like, 3 episodes left if you've watched this one. I know a lot of you have probably already watched number 6. So we've only got 2 more episodes left of the first third. And I think it's going fucking amazingly. Let me know in the comment section what you think, what you thought of this video. And I will see you in the next review. Thank you, and good night. Or good morning. Or good afternoon.